Hi, Gary Stearman. Welcome to another Prophecy Watchers Daily Update. With us once again, Brent Miller. And Brent, thanks for coming by and spending a little time with us.
My pleasure.
Today, we're going to talk about what is maybe one of the most popular and most widely distributed DVDs in history, certainly in the history of Christianity. This thing has gone everywhere. It's called The Final Prophecies. And we first saw it back, and I can't remember exactly when, but early 2011, I think. And when Bob Ulrich came to me with this DVD, he said, Gary, you got to watch this thing. He says, the production values on this are just over the top. He said, I feel like I've been to Israel. And so I watched it the next day, and lo and behold, it was right on the mark. I love it. It's a wonderful experience to watch it, but it's also got so much biblical information in it. And you developed it as a witnessing tool. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Right. As one of the producers for Ingenuity Films and for the Final Prophecies, it's our goal to present biblical truths in the easiestly possible format, in this case DVD, that people will understand. And we want to do it in a way that is non-offensive. We want to witness to unbelievers. Now, unbelievers, typically, when they hear the Bible, or the Bible says this, Christ's return, they turn off the TV. They flip the channel right by God TV. So our approach was to present biblical truths without initially doing anything to offend them. So what we do in the Final Prophecies, even the title does not say, Christian prophecies. We make it very clear what the prophecies are about. We have Jerusalem there, we have the Temple Mount, so it's very clear, but it's done in a way that would not, make them shy away from picking up the DVD and putting it in the DVD player. And we start by literally saying, before we even talk about final prophecies, which they might flip off, we talk about past prophecies, and we refer to the Bible and Old Testament as ancient scriptures. Not the Bible. Only not to do a bait and switch, but to make them feel comfortable with the information they're receiving. We show them that the ancient scriptures show these prophetic events happen, major events that every one of them heard in their childhood, and then how these events actually unfolded and where the scientific proof is. Once we lay out a foundation of scientific proof and statistical probability, they start to agree and tend to follow along. We then merge into future events, which gets very exciting. But we tell what the prophecies say, and then we show how the world itself right now is unfolding. It is converging religiously, economically, and politically to create a stage for the son of perdition, the man we're calling the Antichrist.
And Brent, it occurs to me as you're talking that this generation is not known for its literacy per se. It's not known as a generation that reads a lot. We're an electronic generation. And yet, when you browse the web on your phone or on your computer, you're really absorbing tons of information in various ways, including reading, by the way. And people are used to obtaining information in that medium. And this DVD is exactly down that line.
Right.
When you look at it, you're obtaining information in the way that modern men obtain information. Not only that, modern teenagers with their phones obtain information very quickly, browsing through the web and so forth and so on. They're looking for headlines.
Yeah, you are so right. We live in a technology that everybody wants instant gratification. I want something and I don't want to wait for it.
Right.
People might relate it to as they want to be entertained. But even if they want information, it has to be presented in a way that they will accept. Becoming a DVD instead of a book was our choice because we know that it will reach a younger crowd. Older people will read a book. Younger people, typically, they want to see something. They just want to be shown and they want to move off. So the fact that it's a DVD actually makes it more appealing to them. Mm-hmm. But it was so very difficult to cram everything we needed to cram into an hour and a half. and do it in a way that walk them through past prophecies, current events, and future prophecies. And then at the end, we say, if you believe the past prophecies, because we show them scientifically, and they most have accepted it, and the current future events, well, they know those are true. They see it happening on TV, and these are prophetic. Then the next conclusion is these things are going to happen in the future. And if these things are going to happen in the future, you must make a decision. That's the witnessing part. We don't go into detailed revelation or Ezekiel or Daniel prophecy. We stop right there and say, this is the point where you need to make a decision before you go on. So in essence, this is a precursor DVD to the Decoding the Future Revelation DVD set. And as such, because of the way it was produced in a very non-offensive manner, the secular world has accepted this with open arms. In fact, KCFF gave it the Best Documentary Award, and Amazon Instant Video Download in the documentary category has put it #1 for 6 months in a row. That's 6 months in a row, beating out all the Hollywood movies in that category. And that's phenomenal for a Christian DVD. It's unheard of.
It is.
But this is an amazing evangelistic tool. And so if you're a Christian and you're having a difficult time knowing how to approach a friend or a loved one or even a coworker, this is a perfect gift to give them.
And by the way, we're offering it here at Prophecy Watchers. We're offering it as a package in our online bookstore, prophecywatchers.com. And you can scroll down to Decoding the Future package and order either the Blu-ray or the DVD. And when you do, you'll get this DVD absolutely free. It's called The Final Prophecies, which, by the way, if you have a friend and you'd like to bring the message of salvation to the friend, this is going to do it. This is a wonderful, wonderful presentation, and you can get it absolutely free at prophecywatchers.com. It's I think a gift from the Lord, Brent, and you have said to me in the past that you think the Lord had a hand in the production of this thing because of the way it went together.
Yeah, I do believe that. It has surpassed all of our possible wildest dreams in terms of distribution and acceptance, especially by the secular world. It's pure biblical, and yet Christians learn from it. It gives them a very open view of prophecy. It shows you that all of these events of the world have a purpose, and they're converging. And the secular world can see that too, just as easily. And we present that in a way where it's absorbed very quickly in an hour and a half, and we couldn't be more pleased. We do believe that God did have a hand in its production and its distribution.
On the cover, you'll see the old city. It's Jerusalem, right there, the final prophecies. And it reminds me of Zechariah chapter 12. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in siege, both against Judah and against Jerusalem. And here's a prophecy in Zechariah that talks about a time when all the people gather around Jerusalem and be in siege against it. Sort of sounds like today, doesn't it?
Yeah, all the countries and all the nations on earth are turning their back on Israel. It's prophesied that all countries will. That's not quite the case, but we can see that unfolding right now. As sad as it seems, our own country is now starting to turn its back on Israel. Yes. Mm-hmm. I do believe that we are living in the last days. There are characteristics of the final generation. We tend to meet all of those characteristics, this generation that has just come up. Israel has been reborn as a nation. The countries of the earth are turning against Israel. Knowledge is expanding. People are moving to and fro. All the characteristics are in place. The world's religions are merging to one of tolerance. Politically, we have to work together to basically form, unfortunately, what the world is calling the New One Order, which the Bible says will be ruled by one person. And economically, as governments collapse, as we run through all of these financial crises worldwide, they will merge as well. So we are really looking at three merging fronts simultaneously to set up the stage for the Antichrist. So as this is happening, we can see the handwriting on the wall. We can see that we don't have much time. How much time, I don't know, but if things continue to accelerate along this path, I don't see more than about 10 years.
Well, thanks for dropping by today. It's always great to talk to you, and you'll have to come again real soon because you've probably got other things in the works, and we'll want to talk to you about those as well.
Yeah.
Brent Miller, producer of The Final Prophecies. I'm Gary Stearman. Have a great day in the Lord, everybody, and keep watching. We are. Thanks for joining us on Prophecy Watchers. You can find us on the web at prophecywatchers.com, where you can sign up for our free email newsletter, or follow us at facebook.com/prophecywatchers. In the meantime, keep watching, everybody, and we'll see you soon.